Dr. Shivani Mishra to present her views on given topic. Dr. Shivani.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
So thank you so much, sir. And thanks for giving me the opportunity. Let me first acknowledge Dr. Bishnu Das, sir. This my desktop review, the research that I had done, a series of conversation with him that motivates me to part of this international seminar. Thank you for the opportunity, sir, and the organizer as well. Thanks, Magan sir, for introducing me so nicely. Thanks a lot. Now my topic is on indigenous social group work practice. I try to understand how our group theories and the model, how it is influenced from the Western and what's there in our literature, which is not been explored till date. We all know that, like other methods of social work, group work is also one of the methods that we encourage our students as a media of actions in the field work. And several researches, theories, and the models by now have established that helps to shape an individual personality. And how the individual personality will shape? Of course, through human interactions. And the word that we always use in the group work, that is guided group interactions. But now my point is, when it is guided group interactions, why the Western models we blindly followed? Let me give my own example. When I was studied in the year 98, that was there, the dilemma in my mind that why we have to follow all those models? Why we have to work on this tracker and those things? Why don't we have to work our own models that we might be emerge out from the fieldwork experience? But though, since study, we have no say, so I also follow all the model just for clearing my exams. But when I became an educator, I tried to change. I try to work upon. Of course, the model is there in the syllabus that we are going on, which I am striving a lot to change the curriculum and put it in a more on the our Asian literature that we are talking about. We all know and experience from our day-to-day experience that when you talk about the group, we are talking about social functioning, and that social functioning will definitely help us out to deal with a community or the group problems. And then the things will come, the talking about the solutions, the talking about the process of a social problem. So several theories come into force and becomes our mediums of practice. We all know about that. But now here, my reviews help me out to understand. So yes, here the point where the colonization process has started. We put their models, and Indian thoughts and the Indian literature are not at all taken care of. Now, since 2 days and 1.5 days, sorry, we can understand there is a growing realization of limitation of Western models, and that to be in Indian context. And yes, that calls for indigenous social work practice. Now, this reminds me the observations of an international papers that I read, and let me share one of them. The Gray has rightly said that indigenous requires sensitivity. Sensitivity towards what? A local culture, a local context. And now it times to extend the debate beyond indigenization and making a social work to fit the local context. But the point is that we are still struggling for our decolonizing the things and putting the things in the fore that this is what there. So that binary approach are still we are facing. So we all know that this struggle is there and it is not there in the context which I had shared. In the so many research paper had come down and they had talked about that social work institutions are working under the assumption of the Western social work knowledge, and they imported to this knowledge to a non-Western countries, and we love to go for. See, my intention is not to devalue the Western philosophy. Underline my word. It's not to devalue the Western philosophy. But my concern is that culture-relevant practice and education has to be there in the social work curriculum. Of course, decolonization social work, I believe that it entails the dimensions. A dimension of what? A dimension of identifying the destructive beliefs and the practice, claiming our indigenous knowledge, claiming our decolonization efforts to improve our social work practice. And I believe, as we all know, that is a practice-based profession, and we are practicing in Indian context and adopting the social work Western models. So here in my research paper, I am not here to say that it will lead to anti-colonial consciousness. No, but yeah, it is a struggle for what? A struggle for my identity, struggle for my student identity, struggle for the Indian people identity and the purpose. So inhabitation of Western philosophy in social work curriculum, of course, is uprooted. Uprooted my students, everyone, the traditional culture and the place-based education. So I had much on my all the papers. I have tried to understand where the impact of colonization at the educational level upholds the Western dominant worldviews. So this colonial, see the very good book of colonized education of Conrad, he has rightly says that the pressure was to westernize is the most conspicuous form of this colonial mentality. He firmly argued that our nation is ostensibly independent, but our mind still remain enslaved. Work incidentally on our mind. We have to fight with our own people. I have written in a chat also that we have to fight with our own people, people from our own fraternity. And sometimes I felt that such argument become a ipso facto. The people did not read our culture, did not research our culture, and then keep on telling about that this is what the binary approach we people also did. So it is required that the domination should be there. See, we all know that, I read one of the author is, I'm privileged that one of the author is here in this platform, Ranjana Sehgal ma'am. I read her literature, yeah, and from her literature I came to know that, three person who has worked a lot on the Western, Dr. Cassers, Grace Coyle, Newsletter. These are the person who has worked a lot. And Newsletter in his conference, he has said that it is required to work on the social group work through association. Through association, her literature is theories and models of social group work, where madam literature I had read, right? So Newsletter has rightly said that if you want to work on the group work, you have to work on the voluntary association. And they started from YCN and those things. Now this pioneer paved the way for the advanced and social group work, no doubt about it. But at that and factor to generate a group work practice. But then all their culture they had put, that settlement house, YCWs, whatever it would be, all the culture they had put. But when it comes to ours, we have to come down to our own culture. Go back to our 18th century, 19th century, 20th century. We don't find any reformer who has worked on. I firmly believe, yes, we have definitely worked on. But we influenced with all these Trackers and Wilson and those. See, what I have done in my literature, in my research paper, I tried to understand that 17, 18, 19 and 20th century, how group work practice is going on over there. And why during this period only, we also find a place in that. Right, but of course it is not placed in our university curriculum, but that place eventually it is there. See, Konakka, we read Konakka things, and he in his interview in the year 1998, he has firmly said that social work began offering a group work courses obviously in 1920 and concentration has come. But blunted, he says that inevitably the university conservative culture affected the practice and the knowledge building. This is the Konakka and the Falk interview they had says in the year 1998. So that shows that the dawn of that century. See, during this time, the dawn of 19th century in our place witnessed the birth of new vision in India, a modern vision among some enlightened sections of the Indian society. Why don't we take that? Take the example of Debendranath Tagore. He has worked on the Tapovan Sabha. Raja Ram Mohan Rai, we all know about. Dada Pandurang, he has worked on that. And the most important thing, which is we are going to celebrate tomorrow, the Tilak, who was the first leader of Indian independence movement. He was conferred with the title of Lokmanya, which is been accepted by the people. He has practiced the group work. But that already not evaporated, but it's not placed in our curriculum. It was Tilak who encouraged people to display public unity, maybe by Ganesh Chaturthi, but it is there. Tilak, who has introduced the concept of Chatushruti, of 4 principles. This includes the Swadeshi and boycott. And now your Magan Parmar has rightly introduced about the Atmanirbhar. So Tilak is the person who has introduced this participation, Atmanirbhar. At the same time, you also know that Narendra Modi has introduced this concept on the based of the Tilak philosophy. And so that was there, but it's not there in our curriculum. Sad to say. I have also quoted of Ramaswamy, who has talked about the self-respect woman, which is known as a movement. Which is known as a barrier, but it was not there. We taught our student go for self-respect. This is the practice, that is the practice, but this is the practice-based model in front of us. We didn't talk about Sachendra Nath.
No.
My point is that this is all placed in our reformers are there. They had practice group work and everything is there. Why it is not there in our curriculum? So forget the past. Even I believe it. Why don't we start from ourselves? Why don't we work on ourselves? Let be a initiator. Let be a participator and work on it instead of constant talking about colonization model is that. Why don't we thought of to decolonization? We worked on. I came to know from Basu sir that they are working on the syllables and those things. I said as yes sir, I love to be part of. This is how I quoted Sehgal madam's models. I really like the way she has explained everything. Of course, that models, that quote and everything, forget it. But the very Indian perspective she has explained. So that models and those things we can quote it from. We can definitely be study to make our student to understand this. But when it comes to an example, we gave the example of Kohli and the tracker and those things. So that is citation is required. So this we are working on. So in my paper, I try to understand this, how we can work on decolonization. So my aim and my purpose is to work for myself, because as an educator, what I struggle during my college times, I don't want that others would be struggle. So lastly, I would like to say that all our group work models, all our group work theories, it definitely based on scientific, holistic and integrated approach. It is definitely go for a forward thinking of it. With these notes, I put my thoughts in front of all, and thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. Thank you so much.